ayaw mo ng 9 to 5 job. So you are on your own 24/7.
Hindi pala ako matalino. I think it's not really for everyone. The funds are already depleted and we are already being harassed by the creditors. Yung Jollibee na simple meal, hindi din kami makapag-provide. So ako, I believe na you have to have multiple clients. So you have to have a plan B when plan A is no longer working.
Hi, I'm Clarice, and welcome back to After Shift by Vane Philippines. And today's guest is someone who knows the ins and outs of working from home, from starting as a virtual assistant to leading a growing VA agency. He is the CEO and founder of Task Me Quick, which provides customer support and virtual assistant solutions to clients worldwide, while helping VAs find meaningful and stable work from home opportunities. Please let us all welcome Sir Carlo Ove. Hi, sir.
Hi!
Welcome po. And kamusta naman kayo, sir?
Okay naman. So far, so good. We just recently had our year-end party. So it
Oh,
was an early
wow.
year-end party. Normally, the company celebrate on December,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah.
opted to celebrate earlier for us to have our schedules aligned na lang.
Oo nga po. Kasi actually very busy talaga ang Burr months eh, no? Kumbaga, for sales, habol benta. Something like that. Well, anyway, sir. So, question ko, sir, no? Let's start right away. I'll ask you. So, what was your life like before starting everything that you have already have right now?
Okay. Actually, I'm not an economics graduate. I don't have any business degree as well. I'm a Bachelor of Science in Nursing graduate. I'm also a registered nurse. Unfortunately, due to finances, I was not able to practice because back then, nurses have to volunteer first before they get entry-level position inside the hospital. So I shifted my career as a call center agent. I've been there for almost 8 years. First year, I was an agent and then I got promoted after a year or so. After which, within the span of 8 years, I've been handling customer support teams where my customer support background started. Then I had some time in the office. There are idle times in the office. So I've started to read more about business articles online. And then I started selling watches. I was selling them online back 2017-ish. So I was bringing, plastics from the supplier from Caloocan. Just imagine a supervisor bringing in plastic selling, hindi naman counterfeited, replica watches. So medyo naging maganda yung profit ng business. So online, that was Facebook Marketplace. And then when we saw the traction, I started thinking na maybe we can do something better. Kumbaga, scale up a little bit further. So my fiance back then, she was into fashion, selling fashion items online like bracelets, clothing, yeah. And then we came about it was a fad back then. The business is called Concept Store. So the idea is like SM department stores where you will
Nandun
be
lahat.
allowed to sell items from different brands. So you just have to pay for the rent sa Bliss lang. So
Okay.
we started selling our watches sa isang stante lang. I think it's a 5-layer stand and then the store will be remitting the sales to us. Medyo nag-click din siya. We were able to raise around 50,000 pesos and we thought, uy, parang magandang business to ah. And then, good thing, the owner of the store was also looking to expand. So, they were looking for a partner. Pero, ang discussion namin is 70-30. So, kami magpo-provide ng capital. Sila magpo-provide ng manpower and yung operational side. They'll be getting 70% of the profit kasi nga sa kanila idea. So, kami yung 30%. But the whole capital will be coming from us. So, we've raised around 500,000.
Wow.
500,000 from personal loans from friends, family, and then dun sa parents ni Karen, nakapaghiram din ako. Kasi that time, my family was not, we're just having enough to survive. So, long story short, the business kind of flopped because of the location. It was actually a good idea sana. The concept is subleasing, so may steady stream of income sana from the rents. but we didn't have any lessors that time. And meron din kaming cafe on the side. So maganda talaga yung
Okay.
idea. So
Yeah, yung concept.
pinag-uusapan pa namin, ang ganda tignan, we have a store, we have a cafe, but yung mga lugawan, mas malakas pa kumita kaysa sa amin. So yun yung naging pain point namin. So for 8 months, we tried to run the business. I was in the office and in the morning, papasok ako doon kasi night shift ako eh. So, idlip lang ako
Diretso.
saglit, diretso ako sa store, I'll be manning the store, and then, tinry din namin siya ilipat ng location. It just so happened na hindi na talaga siya nag-work. So, we were really devastated, but we were not scared. Mabayaran yung mga obligations namin. I even consulted someone na what will happen if we were not able to repay the debts that we owed. Sabi naman nila, wala naman nakukulong sa utang, so huwag kang matakot. Pero
Okay.
ako, that time, ang naisip ko kasi, tao kaming pinahiram ng mga institutions like the bank. So, I have to make sure na tao din kami na babayaran sila. So, even at our lowest point, our heads were still held up high. Alam namin na mababayaran. So, there was no panic between the relationship. Only we were really looking forward on how to be able to repay. And then, that's the time Karen pushed me kasi we were already discussing na look for another job. Kasi kailangan nang bumalik ng corporate kasi wala na kaming funds.
Yeah.
So we were eating like canned goods that time. Yung Jollibee na simple meal, hindi din kami makapag-provide. The funds are already depleted and we are already being harassed by the creditors. Kasi once you loan from the bank, there will be a point where they will be selling your information sa mga
Ganun pala yun.
parang ganun yung idea sa mga collections agent, and they are the ones who will be collecting the debt from you. So yun, so medyo nagkakaroon na siya ng stress and anxiety. I even have to change my Facebook profile name because they're already
Really?
messaging,
Reaching out on
reaching
social
out
media?
to social media. So medyo napapahiya na ako nun. My fiancé back then suggested na mag-freelance nga. So we started to search freelancing gigs on Upwork kasi that's the well-known freelancing
Nung
site
time.
before. So we were already discussing, siguro kung makapag $3 per hour lang tayo for 15 hours a week, we would be able to get by na. So how much is $3? Like 150 pesos times 15, di ba? But life has other plans. Ang nangyari nun is I was only being paid like $0.60 per hour for 2 weeks. So 80 hours yun, I only earned around 1,000 pesos.
That low wait, 2017?
2018. So that the role was transcription. Sa akin naman siguro the idea back then was I have to build my portfolio muna. So
Yeah, we all
so-
started that.
So I accepted the offer na ganun kababa just to build the portfolio. And true enough, nagkaroon ng 5-star ratings, natuwa si client, and then I looked for another job again. I happened to came across a Filipino-American agency siya. The rate was $3 per hour. So yun na yung
Your goal.
pinag-pray namin at $3 per hour. So the gig lasted for around a couple of months. Nakakatawa pa nga, yung agency na yun is on my birthday. So I've requested for a birthday leave. They have approved and they have provided me a birthday cake as well. So
Wow.
so kumbaga masaya ako kasi I think they recognized me.
Yeah.
But the day after, they
Ligwak
terminated
na.
my contract. So,
Pinag-birthday ka lang at
Oo.
may cake pa.
so yun yung medyo pain point. And I think that's where yung
Turning
drive ko na provide my own agency came from, na hindi na maulit yung ganong scenarios to other freelancers or
Yeah.
agency contractors, no? At least mabigyan sila ng stability in terms of employment. Although there's no stability naman talaga
Sa
in freelancing,
freelancing, yeah.
no? But what we do is we provide them with multiple clients. So for
Para
them to
at least
have
pag may
at least
nawala,
the sense
still
of
have a
stability. That gig lasted for a couple of months, and then I went back to Upwork. I searched for another client, and then that specific client read my resume na I was handling a team before, and then this client said na, why don't you build your team na freelancers? And then my colleague back when I was with the call center suggested, her name is Julia, she's one of the co-founders of Task Me Quick. She suggested na I build my own agency kasi she was part of an agency. So parang she was explaining how lucrative the agency side can be if run properly. And ako naman, I'm the type of person who really doesn't think twice or medyo spontaneous kasi ako. If I hear an idea and I think it's good,
I'll
I'll
do
jump
it.
right away. I'll just experiment along the way. I think that's one of my strongest trait na go lang ako. I'm
Well,
not
you'll never know, di ba?
I'm not afraid of failing. So yun, let's start and then yeah, I think that's the history. So I built the agency. We started with my wife and myself, and then three other agency members, and then we grew from 2019 to present. We're now 100 headcount team, and
Wow.
we are servicing clients across the globe. We also have one contractor in India and Nicaragua. And currently, we are ranked number 9 or 10 on Upwork under the call
Wow.
center category. So we are the youngest kasi we started 2019. The other competitors were around earlier. Medyo nakapagbuo kami ng magandang portfolio and name sa Upwork. And we've also tried to transition outside of the platform.
Actually, nabanggit mo na nga, sir, yung mga answers to the other questions. Pero yun nga, sir, what do you think, how did you overcome your fears? Actually, sabi mo na nga,
Ah,
you're not afraid to fail, di ba?
ah. Siguro it's part of the upbringing from the family. We were not raised naman to be fearful of mistakes. And siguro being the middle child and early on, kumbaga nagkaroon na ako ng realization na I was not really smart. No?
Grabe naman.
Early on in life, mga grade 4 yata ako na-realize ko na, ay, hindi pala ako matalino. Kasi grade 1, grade 2, syempre ini-instill sa'yo ng parents mo na you really are intellectual or you are really doing something good. Pero early on in life, na-realize ko na hindi pala ako ganun katalino.
Ang aga mo naman mag-mature.
Hindi, parang na-realize ko lang kasi I've been trying to compete sa classroom, but however hard I tried, hindi ko talaga sila mapantayan. So kumbaga, nag-give up na ako early on. Naging medyo relaxed student na lang, hindi masyado nag-achieve. I think that's what built then yung perseverance ko as a person because nobody's expecting anything from me naman no? So there's no external pressure, there's no external validation that I have to prove to people. So I think doon nang galing din yung strength and courage ko. Medyo lang, hindi lang siya ganun kaganda pakinggan, but that's the reality.
Pero iba-iba naman kasi yung tao Pagka-graduate naman, you are on your own.
Yes.
Sa yung path mo, ano yung expertise mo. Sometimes, yun nga, yung course mo, hindi ka nag-lead, nursing ka.
Yes,
Diba,
yes.
sir? And then here we are. And ako, on my end, I am business operations and I'm a social media manager. So, somehow connected, but also not connected. Pero yun nga, sir, back to being a VA or freelancer, what do you think is maybe number one skill that they need to have?
Skill, I think, one, syempre, yung computer literacy. You have to be able
Techie.
to adapt. Hindi naman, ako naman kasi hindi din ako techie. At
Yeah.
least somehow, basic, you know how to operate computer. Next, technical skill, syempre, communication. So, you have to be able to express yourself, oral, written, or both. Mas maganda kung both. But if you can do it written, that's okay. If you can do it oral, better. Kasi I think that's a more forward-facing trait. And sa mga non-technical skills, I think you have to be resourceful, syempre.
Siyempre, of
You have to
course.
be resourceful, number one. You have to learn to find answers on your own or seek people who can guide you to provide or to get the answers that you needed.
Yun kasi yung one skill that we need as a freelancer. Ayaw mo ng 9 to 5 job. So you are on your own 24/7.
Yes.
So you have to train yourself. Talaga nakikipaglaban ka on your own on this field. Somehow, mahirap talaga siya. But if you survived it, easy na lang yan sa'yo,
Yes.
di ba? But ayun, sir, let's maybe talk about it a little bit more. So paano kayo nagkaroon ng first client on your agency?
So, doon sa first client, going back to yung story ko earlier, di ba, I started building my portfolio, accepting the 0.60 something dollar per hour cents. That will already have a mark on my personal branding as a freelancer. And then when you build through Upwork kasi, your own personal feedback or portfolio will also be tied up dun sa agency. It was easier for me to get clients within the platform because I already have the portfolio built. And then one client luckily needed a customer support team, which is my background. So I was able to pull people from my previous team as well na nagtiwala. So I'm very blessed na they have trusted me early on, and my commitment to them is full up to this point. My strategy back then was to get experienced person para I won't have to train them and I won't have any hard time organizing and leading the team. So
And then
that was
tsaka
the strategy.
you are starting kasi, so
Ah,
nagpapakilala, so you really
kailangan,
have to impress muna.
exactly.
So before you accept through newbies or beginners, you have to really establish your
Yes.
agency first, di ba? So same actually goes with our agency as well. Medyo marami din nagtatanong na they wanted to apply with us, of course, as well. Pero yun nga, same point as you really need to establish first, no? Can you share tips for beginners na gustong pumasok dito sa game natin on the freelancing world?
For beginners, I think it's not really for everyone. Really depends on your background and your willingness to break the barriers and, transition to the VA world. So, kailangan tama yung expectations nila kasi I think the vast majority have this sense na taga-reply ka lang, taga-browse ka lang,
Yes.
taga-check
And
lang ng
instant 6
notification.
digits.
And ang thinking nila basta marunong ka mag-Facebook or may internet ka, you're already qualified. Those are the side requirements, but there are deeper requirements gaya ng you have to be resourceful. So yun talagang unang-una. You have to research and dig deeper on what the industry is all about. Hindi lang yung about sa niches.
And of course, aside sa experience nyo, no, sir, why do you think customer support is an important skill as a VA?
I think for me, yes. Kasi in customer support kasi it is really vague din eh. Like the VA world, you are wearing multiple hats. When I was customer support agent back then, I was also wearing different hats in terms of research kasi you have to find out the solution. Leadership in terms of you have to guide and lead not only your team but the customers on how they would be able to resolve their problems on their own. So for me, customer support is also a good background if you wanted to transition. And kasi doon din nabubuo yung empathy which is needed when you are dealing with clients, with business partners. Doon din mabubuo yung knowledge mo on how to use different tools, your adaptability, doon din siya manggagaling.
So, how do you improve like communication on customer support?
Honestly, it's about consistency in practice. Diba? If you have time to do role play. When I was a team leader back then, yun yung usual na pinapagawa ko ng exercises dun sa team ko. Role-playing session. Let's say, I'll be the customer, you'll be the agent, and then we'll have a scenario. One, it makes them get used to the flow on how to speak freely with customers. They would be able to find their own personal touch on how to deliver certain matters to the person that they are speaking with. Practice, and nakakatulong din daw yung watching foreign films kasi
Yes.
na-improve yung listening skills mo and makaka-pick up ka din doon ng certain words, certain phrases na magagamit mo din all throughout the career.
Actually, ganun din ang ginawa ko. Any series or
A series,
movies, ayun. So, actually, for me, ang hirap ng customer support. Kasi you have to deal with different people.
Yeah.
Tapos, itetest talaga yung patience.
Patience.
So, yun talaga. So, salute talaga ako sa mga taong under customer support. Kasi ako, I admit, hindi ko siya kaya. Parang feeling ko may inis ako. But then, it's a profession nga eh. It's really
Yes.
hard to do. If there is a remarkable client, who do you think it is? And what happened to that client?
Remarkable client in a good way. Okay, just recently, we assisted a startup company based in California. They are a car rental services. The project spanned for around close to 4 years. Apparently, the business had to sunset because of internal conflict. But because we were doing so well in providing assistance with them, they have referred us to another big client. Actually, I was really scared that time kasi they were our largest client. So, around 50 headcount yung nandoon. So, isa-isa, I have to, look for a different program for them, different project. But bulk of it, nailipat namin doon sa client referral din nila.
At least.
And then this client is one of our best clients up to date because they have provided us with benefits, they have provided us with US holiday leaves, they have provided us with birthday incentives, they also have provided us with PTO credits. So talagang very nice tong client na to.
So, of course, starting an agency, really hard talaga siya, no? So, between the pressure of getting your first client and then earning as fast because you really need it. So, how do you manage that pressure or that time?
Siguro yung pressure because we have bills to pay. Remember the debt that I was
Yes.
mentioning. So it took me a couple of years then bago sila mabayaran. So I think that's my deepest why. And I also had a personal dream that I would like to, syempre, build my own family and at the same time, give back to the family where I came from. I think yun yung naging parang pinaka-motivation ko na, I really have to earn this much. I have to be financially capable to be able to give back to my parents and to my partners or my wife's parents then.
So, mentioning the pressure, how did you stay consistent or avoid burnout?
Good question. I may not look like it, but I'm very active person. So nowadays, I'm doing combat sports. So yun, I think that's one of the best outlet kasi is you have to be able to let off some steam sa katawan mo. Like pagpawisan ka, at least you'll have a different frame of mindset. Actually, yun yung naging one of my best go-to intervention when I'm really stressful. Kasi yung iba, di ba, nagta-travel.
Yeah.
Ako naman kasi, I have to have an easy access kagad na kailangan ko magbago ng pananaw sa buhay. And, you know, when you're exercising, there's dopamine release sa katawan mo that makes you feel better and, you know, have a more positive outlook. Although kahit temporary la, at least, di ba?
At least
Ma-break mo
there
yung
is
cycle.
somehow, yeah. And then, of course, going back to being a VA, what do you think you can recommend some tools for them to stay organized?
Whatever works yun. Kung may iPhone ka, notes, pwede na yun. Sa kung laptop, Google Sheets, I think. Pero now, I'm trying to be organized, especially with the expenses kasi I'm already a family man. So, I have to track the expenses. Where did the money go? How did we spend it? And at the same time, I need to make sure, although may finance naman sa company, I need to make sure that my money is separate from the money of the company.
Yeah.
Kasi we have to have a continuous capital for the business to run.
And then, diba sir, you have mentioned na ang starting team is your team before
Yeah.
who trusted you. So how did you grow from there?
Good question kasi we had a dilemma before kasi one of my former colleagues parang may nagpapatama sa kanila na yung company namin na we're only hiring people that we know. We're only hiring people within our circle. Bakit daw ganon? We're posting achievements online but we're not posting any hiring openings. Kasi ako, I really believe, personally ako, I know where to get the talents eh. So why would I post hiring updates if I know where to pick the right talents? It's not that I don't want to give chance to others, but it's just that I would like to get it from my own circle, from my own pool of talents. Kasi kumbaga, one way or the other, nakatrabaho ko na siya, so I know how to deal with him personally. It's easier for me to manage the person. Other VA agencies, I've been hearing na they are having problems in retention. Sa amin, wala kaming problem sa retention. Because unang-una, I know these people and I've built trust with these people. Kaya siguro ganun din na ibabalik nila yung trust sa akin. That's why, going back to the question, so I've been picking my former teammates one by one and then if they have any referrals, I've been getting them as well until we built our organization up to 100 headcount.
For me, parang kumbaga family business. Somehow. Or no?
Actually, wala akong family member aside from my wife and siguro my dad because my dad is a CPA. So, siya na kinuha kong business consultant. But for that, more on friends lang talaga. Friends, former colleagues.
You already know.
Yun, siguro, in a sense, I can call them my second family. Ayoko lang kasi gamitin yung word na yun. Gas-gas na yun sa BPO eh. We're family and then magpapapizza. Tas toxic naman. I would refer them as close friends.
Okay. For you to keep going, ito medyo curious ako sa ano yung mindset mo to be consistent.
Yung ang pinaka-deepest why ko ngayon, apart from my family, is the other families that is depending on me or depending on the company. Kasi hindi na lang kaming tatlo to eh. It's not me, my wife, and my kid. It's the family members of our team who are also depending on the company. So hindi ako pwedeng panghinaan ng loob, hindi ako pwedeng madapa. There are a lot of people that we needed to feed. So indirectly man, it's really the responsibility of the head of the company is to look after for the family of the people whom you are working with. So yun yung nagiging primary motivation ko ngayon.
What advice would you give to VAs who wanted to stay here, to freelancing, to VA world?
Okay. Contrary doon sa mga sinasuggest ng ibang mga coaches, ako I believe na you have to have multiple clients. So you have to have a plan B when plan A is no longer working. That's the beauty in freelancing. You're not confined in one entity. You can always jump into a different company or a different entity as long as you can manage both at the same time. And syempre, the danger side on that is, sabi nila, you cannot serve two masters at the same time. But since you are a VA and you have a family to feed, you really have to serve two masters at the
Yes.
same time. All season VAs would be able to relate to this. At some point in time, makukuha mo din yung proper flow, yung
Yes.
proper rhythm.
Yes.
You would know how to negotiate with your clients with certain, you can only work on the certain hours because you have another client, stuff like that. So in order for you to have stability, security of tenureship, you have to have plan B, plan C, plan D, so long as you can handle.
On the VA world, there really is a phase where you go broke. And then after you go broke, you find your strength
Yes.
to go back up and then find your clients. And then, yun nga, nung una, syempre, you are transitioning from corporate to VA world kasi from corporate is log in ka lang, work for the day, then log out, your days over. Or pag nag-leave ka is merong mag-handle ng work mo when you leave. As for VA world, once you leave, pagbalik mo, yung pa rin yung work mo. Walang gumawa for you. So, medyo ganun yung medyo mahirap na transition. Yun nga, as you have mentioned, sir. So, pag marami ka ng clients, yung flexibility mo, tinetest talaga. Na-expand talaga yung how you manage your time from the day that you started working until matulog ka. Actually, ako ganun eh. Pag gising ko, I work until bago ako matulog, work pa rin siya. So, yun talaga yung world natin. Kasi yun, ang gusto lang din kasi namin with our page, with our podcast is to let people know na it's not really easy.
Yes, yes.
Kahit na work from home ka. So, it might sound like a vacation, but it's really not. Kasi even on your vacation, you really can't stop thinking about your work. Kasi walang mag-work for you. So, pag nag-leave ka, yun talaga, babalikan mo pa rin yung akala mong may nag-take over for you. But you're on your own.
Saka
Not
isang
so much.
Saka sa isang dilemma din, no, it's really hard to separate yung work from home din kasi you're already
Yes.
confined in one space di
Yes.
ba? Yun din yung isang dilemma na hindi nakikita ng general public na at times madadala mo talaga sa bahay kasi literally sa bahay ka nagtatrabaho So those are some of the darker side of working from
Yes.
home.
So last week, no, we have a discussion about the VA world and we said nga na we have discussed na meron kaming certain working space for us to still separate yung personal life natin with work. Just like us, yung husband ko din kasi is working from home. So we have our own office at home. So when we are outside that, at least ma-feel man lang namin na
Tama.
we are off work. And then, yun nga, yung difference is you have like a laptop or a PC. Sometimes I don't want to work on my working station. So, I could go to a coffee shop para lang maiba yung environment. So, medyo ano din siya, it's challenging for our mental health as well. Because yun nga, you are confined in one space. Pagka out mo, makikita mo pa rin yung work mo. Though, hindi naman naka-open yung laptop mo or your computer. Pero yun nga, makikita mo pa rin siya. But, it's really important to really separate kahit nandun pa rin yung
Exactly.
work mo sa bahay. So, yun sir, if you have any final words or encouragement for aspiring or yun na, seasoned VAs na.
There's a saying kasi 'di ba na kinakat nila na jack of all trades, master of none. Hanggang doon lang sila nag-ano kasi they're saying na you should have a specific niche. For me kasi I wanted the whole phrase to be elaborated. I may not be able to coin it exactly how it is, pero I think that is jack of all trades, master of none is better than master of one. So in the VA world, you have to stay relevant.
Yes.
Mas maganda na generalist ka. For me, this is just my
Oh,
own opinion and from my own experience. It's better for you to be generalist para at least relevant ka and up to date ka din sa general skill set or general industries. So you could jump to one project into another easily. Once you're a generalist, it's easier for you to find specialist on that specific area. So as a generalist, makakahanap ka na ng tao na mag-guide sa'yo to be a master on that specific niche. Keep upscaling. Make sure you stay relevant. Don't be too much afraid of AI, lalo na kung generalist ka kasi there are certain roles na hindi kayang i-replicate. Kasi ang AI kasi from what I understand, they can automate things that are repetitive and monotonous. Pero kung kunyari magse-set ka ng calendar meeting and then magse-set ka ng another meeting and then magbo-book ka ng appointment, 'di ba? So parang hindi kaya 'yung gawin as of now from what I understand. Hindi pa siya kayang i-automate ng AI. Siguro 'yung mga routine work like taking phone calls, answering FAQs, something like that. So yun for me, for those who wanted to transition or to improve their VA careers, stay relevant, upscale, and be a generalist.
so do you have any platforms or for Task Me Quick?
We have our website. It's www.taskmequick.com. You can also follow us on LinkedIn. You can just type in Task Me Quick. Also on Facebook and on YouTube. Although it's not yet a large community, but we're getting there.
So last question, sir. What is your favorite thing to do after shift?
Right now is to bond with my small family, my wife and my kid, especially my kid. He's already 3 years old, so medyo ano talaga siya, handful right now.
Yes.
Nandun na sila sa toddler stage na masyadong malikot and masyadong kailangan ng attention. And this is the beauty of working from home, working remotely. You can see them and you can be with them in an instant. And this is also one of the luxuries I have right now as the agency owner because I have more time for my family because may system na that is already working. So most of the time, I'm really spending time with my kid, my son, and my wife. So, yeah.
Yun. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your time. I know you're very busy and meron pa kayo errand after this. And yun po, thank you so much and watch this next episode for Aftershave by Bain Philippines.